Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin has broken through every key level in the past week. Today's video, we're going to take a look at 3 reasons why you just want to maybe be hesitatingly cautious. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, talking about how Bitcoin has broken through pretty much every critical level, and 3 reasons to be just a little bit cautious. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Push that like button. Now, today, Fear and Greed 46, jumping up from 30 yesterday, and pretty much for the past month to 46. This is actually one of the reasons we're going to be coming back to later in the episode, why to be hesitatingly cautious. But if we take a look at Bitcoin over the past week, take a look at this parabolic run-up that Bitcoin has had. After we were talking about this wedge here, which broke out when? January 7th. Look at what the price has done. It's gone from 16.8 all the way up to about 21.3. That's pretty good returns on Bitcoin. But other than that, it's broken through the 20-day, the 50-day, the 100-day, the 200-day moving averages. It's broken through many month-long downtrend right here. It's broken through previous all-time high, $20,000, which once again became resistance for Bitcoin. Broken many key levels. As a matter of fact, the last time that Bitcoin broke this 200 daily moving average, on average, the past 2 times, went up 350%, 3.5x for Bitcoin. That would put Bitcoin right now roughly about $70,000 of previous all-time highs, if we take a look at that. But let's get through the charts, and then we'll take a look at some things that you might want to just keep in the back of your mind before you go 100x long, okay? Now, first off, this could have happened due to disinflation. We've been talking about it for a while, how inflation has actually rolled over. Stocks generally trend well after inflation rolls over. Go figure, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies do well. So as inflation comes down, as CPI numbers come down, markets go up. As a matter of fact, there's happening right as we speak, a very big short squeeze. We have the put ratio, very similar to COVID-19 absolute bottom. Everybody is flocking into puts thinking the market is going down. And we've been talking about this too for quite a while. Remember how many times retail is on the right side of the market? Yeah, I don't either, because they never are. Why would they be right this time? The most anticipated recession ever could be wrong. Bitcoin right now breaking multi-year downtrend. We have a breakout with a nice solid green candle, strong momentum, decent, looking good for Bitcoin. And it could be where the market will surely just repeat itself. If we take a look at the net unrealized loss on 30-day EMA, we can see each time it was down in this territory, this was pretty much bottom territory for Bitcoin. Once again, bottom territory for Bitcoin is only a matter of time. If we take a look at Bitcoin bottoming patterns, we either have a bullish falling wedge or a bullish double bottom. So the first cycle, bullish falling wedge, double bottom, bullish falling wedge, complete. So each time these mark the end, and then eventually price ticks off and continues going up. Bitcoin right now, the rate of change showing a breakout on the weekly chart. A similar breakout was seen in 2020, right after the COVID bottoms. This drove Bitcoin rally up 700% once we saw a break in the rate of change. We've just once again seen a break in the rate of change. Could potentially do this. If Bitcoin does the same thing it did before, this could push Bitcoin to $130,000 within the year. Now with predictions like this, it does make me hesitate just a little bit. Bitcoin is just barely struggling. Like literally 5 days ago, people were saying Bitcoin was going down to $10,000, and now we have $130,000 within the year. So could happen? Yes, absolutely. But just a little bit of caution and a few more reasons towards the end of the video. If we take a look at this, the Bitcoin battlefield, very interesting circular Bitcoin price chart, where basically these circles end up being somewhat resistance lines for Bitcoin. Well, we have been battling one again. And right now, the Bitcoin battlefield we are in is between $33,500 and $24,000, somewhere in that area. Bitcoin has to hold above 16.5, between 16.5 and 22.5, in order to maintain that area. So we'll definitely keep our eyes on those levels for Bitcoin. But like I was mentioning previously in the first chart right here, Bitcoin breaking this 200 daily moving average, pretty significant for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at some of the times in history that Bitcoin broke this moving average. Back here in 2012, it broke the 200-day moving average. Look at that, massive rally. Look at this, 2015 broke it, massive rally. Look at this, 2019 broke it, summer rally, and then broke it once again, massive rally. Well, right now we are breaking it once again. Could this be the beginning for something good? I definitely think it could be. But where might you want to consider taking some profits or, I don't know, cashing out? Well, once this parabola breaks, that would definitely be an area worth considering. If it breaks down, every parabolic run eventually breaks, and when it does, that's generally the time to sell. I mean, if we just take a look at the chart from previous rallies, once these parabolic runs broke, wouldn't you have liked to have sold at $60,000 instead of when you sold down at $30,000 here? Or wouldn't you have liked to have sold at $70,000 when that parabola broke instead of selling, like $15,000 when you sold right here? So, that being said, when this parabola right here breaks, that might be an interesting time to sell. But there are a couple things of caution that I think it's my responsibility as a YouTuber to just let you guys know, because these are just the things on the back of my mind. And heck, I hope that Bitcoin goes to $130,000 this year, but it may not, So first things first, we were talking about this a while ago, like a month or two ago, the OBV, one of the leading indicators for Bitcoin. This is from November 16th, so this is almost exactly 2 months ago we were talking about this. One of the few leading indicators we have for Bitcoin, which means the OBV goes up before Bitcoin price actually goes up. Now, at the time of November, OBV was roughly about 22.5, somewhere around there. Bitcoin price was lower, below $17,000. Well, price tends to catch up, but very rarely. It doesn't happen until things are really extended where price supersedes the OBV. So as price is catching up to this 22.5 level, and we're getting pretty darn close, above $20,000, getting pretty darn close, well, it may slow down for just a touch. It may not, but it may. And then there's two other things that have got me somewhat even more scared. First things first. Okay, fear and greed index right here shot up to 46. Now, if we take a look at fear and greed index over time, and I've actually been waiting for this to happen, because if we see, there is a nice clear downtrend right here that happened in 2018, 2019, and then fear and greed index broke through there, and people were, yeah, things are going great, and then it shot down. Well, take a look at this date, November 14th of 2018. Remember that, okay? Same thing's happening here. We have a nice clear downtrend, and then look at this, fear and greed breaking up through there, if you can see that behind my head. Fear and greed breaking through this downtrend. So, we have this date, November 14th. Remember that, okay? Then, we also had a very, very low volatility market, which I was talking about this for a while as well. Low volatility and then massive spike to volatility. This actually was roughly around November of 2018. Right around the same date. And this says Bitcoin bottom. But here's the interesting thing. If we actually zoom back out and see what was actually happening in November of 2018. Look at this, November 14th, 2018. Look at where this is, right on the cusp of a 50% pullback. Now, could that happen? Sure. Will it happen? Probably not. I hope not. But something just to keep in the back of your mind before you go sell your house once again to go all in 100x on Bitcoin and get liquidated once again. Just a little bit of caution, But things are still looking good. Bitcoin is still at quite a relative discount. Pretty much we're at the pre-FTX levels. Like, this is where Bitcoin price was before the FTX crash. And actually, if we want to see exactly where it is, we can see this square right here. This is the next sideways movement level for Bitcoin between 17.7 and $25,000. If Bitcoin stays in there, pretty much just sideways down from the Celsius and 4AC or 3AC liquidations that happened. So, that being said, things are looking good right now. Hopefully the trend has shifted, things will be going up, but I just wanted to be maybe a voice of reason or maybe just completely wrong. So, that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.